So just bringing you all back, there was a wonderful segue actually that was happening with Claudio and Anne's questions. And so just bringing you back to where we were prior. One of the things that Claudio talked about was sort of a difficult way to know what's going on in Zoom with original sound. Again, he mentioned earlier that at the beginning of the pandemic, it was very difficult for us even. I mean, we're thrown into Zoom, we all know that. But it was very difficult for someone like myself, who is an applied performance teacher, especially in brass, and we'll get to that in a second. But I want you to kind of think about all the things that have been said over the last day or two, because my talk today just really encapsulates why I'm a huge fan of CleanFeed and why it greatly enhanced the audio experience for my students. And also, I'm going to play for you at the end a little bit of a professional project that actually I did via CleanFeed as well. So, for those of you who are not familiar with CleanFeed, it is a commercial service, although, and again, I'm not a technologist, but you saw Claudio's great graphic that he used yesterday and then reaffirmed today. It uses the Opus codec, sound codec, which we've already seen is far superior, really, to anything out there that we can access freely and quickly and cheaply. So I started using CleanFeed. For me, I've said this before in some of my talks, but as a teacher and as a musician, you know, there's this golden triangle of criteria that I apply to technology, again, from a musician's perspective and teacher's perspective, and that is that it's high quality, that it's accessible both in cost and physical access to get to the tool, and that it's easy to use, because as we all know, students aren't always, believe it or not, the most technologically savvy when it comes to certain kinds of technology. They're great at social media, but sometimes not on other kinds of tools. So those are the three things that I always apply. Are there better things? Yeah. I mean, when the pandemic hit, you know, my dean came to me and said, okay, Lola guy, we're going to use Lola. I'm like, no, we're not. And he said, well, you said this is great. It is great, but we can't use it because our students have very limited bandwidth. A lot of them have mobile devices, don't even, right? So one of the things that I found very quickly was CleanFeed. I know some of you have used it. I just want to do a quick overview of some of the great things about it. Yesterday, both Milos, Sven, and Claudio talked about their very high-end platforms and how one of the things you can do in all of those is prioritize audio, prioritize video. Well, for music, you know, we want to be able to prioritize audio. That's the most important thing. If video is a little bit behind, well, so what? It's okay, I can see you, but I really need to hear everything. That is the most important thing. So the use of CleanFeed along with Zoom really does help you to prioritize that audio without having to use a very high-end system with great amounts of bandwidth. It greatly enhances the audio experience for both students and teachers. The free version, of which it is free, there's the accessibility part, is simple and works fine for one-on-one lessons. I personally have a subscription to CleanFeed, which opens up a whole suite of features that I'll talk about. There is academic pricing on it. I don't work for CleanFeed, by the way. But it's what I think is relatively cheap. It's about $22 a month for me, and it unlocks a lot of things. Let's just talk really quick about what CleanFeed looks like. So when you go to CleanFeed, which is just cleanfeed.net, you're faced with this. You obviously just create an account. You can create a free account for all of you. It's great. And then you sign in. It's very fast. It's very quick. Obviously, my stuff is already, you know, in here. And you just click start. And that's what you get. You get this window, which is sort of, you know, in a way looks a bit like a DAW, I would say. And let me just, and one of the things you can do, I don't know why, oh, there we go. We'll just choose a microphone. It's just my microphone on my laptop. You do get kind of a VU meter, which is great. And I'm going to go through a few of these features that are wonderful. This software, or software? Can we call it software? Web-based application. Yeah, it was really designed for the broadcast industry, podcasting, live radio. So it has that sort of feel to it. But the audio quality was so superior when I tried it. I just couldn't believe it. And especially with sort of full spectrum instruments, which we talked about yesterday, Jesper talked about, trumpets, which I am, trombones, things that produce massive amounts of overtones and sound. You know, they really tend to overwhelm most audio applications, and it doesn't in CleanFeed. And one of the great things that you can do with CleanFeed, and I'll just go to this audio menu up here, it does allow you to adjust the audio quality. It's music optimized for most part, but if you're just recording speech or doing interviews, there's a speech optimized one, which again puts some echo cancellation and noise on there. It's off with the music optimized version, but you also have some experimental things here that can take it all the way up to 320K of stereo. As you can see there, it says it's very high quality, it's experimental. I've tried it actually in the recording option, and it's unbelievably clean. CleanFeed. Well, it's unbelievably clean. And I'm going to play you a little track later about that. Playback, you can attach and mirror audio devices that are connected. So you could have 2 or 3 audio interfaces, each with 4 or 6 inputs. So you can really actually do a lot of things simultaneously in this, almost like a digital audio workstation, although you don't have the possibility of having the workstation. But you can control a lot of the audio just as a teacher from your desktop. The great thing about the subscription version, again, is that you can actually put a number up to 4 input devices into CleanFeed, and you can actually have up to 25 simultaneous connections if you wanted to. I've actually done a performance class remotely during the pandemic where I had 21 people connected at the same time. And so it really is quite great. These 2 things up here, well, let's just talk about the record feature. So you can record from this. It will create a WAV file for you audio people. You know that's a better standard than an MP3, obviously, especially if you're going to actually record music or speech. You have the choice of really recording just you, only your guests, everyone. You can record it as a multi-track. If you have more people in there, it will record separate tracks for everyone, which is very helpful. Or as a split stereo feed as well. So lots of choices there. For most of you, you might not deal with that, but for you audiophiles, you might find that that is actually quite good. It also has some features in here that really do help with some lesson things that I do. One of them is you can preload some audio clips. Say you're teaching Mozart Violin Concerto 1, and you want to have an example of Jascha Heifetz playing it. You could actually put a clip in here, and it shows up on a deck, and you can actually play it for your student while you're having the lesson. So you can preload those kinds of things in there as well, so that's very helpful. I want to talk a little bit also about, and you can also just simply play a file. You choose a file from here, and you can play it, whatever, an MP3 file, any kind of sound file, and it will stream over this Opus. So again, really, really great. I want to talk about this little window here. So what I like about CleanFeed is that I can see, well, actually, I have a little subject in the room that is going to connect to CleanFeed right now. Look at that. That was very quick. you can send out an invitation to somebody. From the student and user end, it's very easy. They don't need to download anything, don't need to do anything. You just simply send them a link. They press connect, and it just magically connects. It is optimized for the Google Chrome browser. It does work in Safari. It will work in Firefox. It actually does work on an iPad. It's not perfect, but it will work. So it is multi-device, or device agnostic, one might say. You get a choice of whether you want somebody to connect directly automatically, or what I always do is I choose to let them in. It's safer. So I'm going to let in our friend, we're getting echo now because he's just leaving the room. Say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Can you talk a bit?
Am I?
Oh. Yeah.
Are you getting me, David? Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's anyway. Richard's out there, and you can turn down your speakers as well. But one of the things, let me just comment on this. So once you have a client connected, I find these things very interesting because often students aren't connected very well, and you can actually see how they're connected in CleanFeed and what they're using. You can choose, sometimes they're on an audio interface that's only sending a left channel, so you can choose to just have them on a mono mix, which is great. You can also, sometimes they're just not great at levels, so you can actually boost or decrease the level on the fly here without messing with their psyche in terms of how they're playing. Maybe it's just a bit too loud, so I just do that rather than sit there and try to have a big technical discussion with them. The point is to have a lesson, and like everyone said yesterday, the technology really needs to be as invisible as possible. I love CleanFeed because I have some control over their end, actually. So that's a great thing. Also, in here, and audiophiles and network people, you can tell me what's going on, but I've often found this window very, very interesting. It looks like it tells me a lot about the routing and where things are going, and the quality of what's happening, right? Yeah. So I also found that fascinating in CleanFeed, that we have that kind of control over that as well. So again, as far as an audio codec goes, it's wonderful. So let's talk about how to layer this with Zoom. It's very, very easy. I always suggest that you connect CleanFeed first. That way you have a good talking connection. And then, Richard, you will connect Zoom, which we just send out a regular sort of, hold on. We send out a regular Zoom link. Here I am. And what you want to do to make sure, this goes to Anne's comment earlier, is to actually not join any of the audio at all. So just dismantle the window. That way, because if you just say this and mute yourself, it's still listening, and it's still using that bandwidth, and you know, you want to maximize that bandwidth for the audio.
Especially if you're at home.
Yes, especially at home. So you just do that. Richard's there. I'm going to admit him on his end. He's going to do the same. He's just going to not join the audio. If somebody does join the audio, it's very easy just to go down here, and you can click on the up arrow, and if I had joined the audio, it would say leave computer audio, and you can do that. And then you're connected. Richard, why don't you talk a bit so they can see latency?
It's quite noisy out here, but hopefully you're getting me clear through there.
Yeah.
So I can hear you.
As you can see, there really isn't a great disparity of latency between the video, even though you're running two separate programs, between the video and the audio. And again, Richard is not using a great microphone. He's on a very cheap Chromebook, it looks like.
HP laptop microphone, it's not the greatest.
Yeah, but you can hear the audio is already superior. And when one is using something like a Go mic or a small condenser mic, or even better, they're using an AKG condenser microphone and running through an interface, which a lot of my students did during the pandemic because it was only about $100. It's very superior, high-quality audio for the lesson environment. It takes a little bit of tweaking with your students. I did a thing called Tech Boot Camp with my students, which was their first lesson, and we just had a lesson going through this. But from the student user end, all of the people that I have used this with, whether it be my college students or students across the world, have all said that it makes a huge difference aesthetically to having a lesson that they can hear almost full spectrum audio. So that's it. That's CleanFeed.
Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard, as well. It was brilliant to see this in action, and thank you for the nice walkthrough. I think that was really enlightening. Good to know that you say one. Very quick question: is the free software limitation?
CleanFeed is free. You can use it as a one-to-one. In fact, in the beginning, I just used the free version of it, one-to-one. You can connect a one-to-one for free. You don't have as many controls over the inputs. As a brass teacher, I have 2 microphones, as Jesper talked about yesterday. I have a talking microphone. And I would say one of the things in CleanFeed that's great is each mic setup will come up. And for me, I can manage that audio problem that Jesper was talking about right from my desktop. I'll be talking. If I want to play, I just mute. You just press on that green icon. It mutes the talking mic. I can play freely. That microphone is usually somewhere else in the room, in the distance, and it sounds perfect for that.
Any questions, comment?
Comment is thank you, yay.
Use it.
I'm going straight home. I'm going to try it.
Use it. It's free, and if you get really into it, you'll end up paying $22 because the other things are great. I had one other thing I was going to play, just to show you something, and this is how I do a lot of recording, and of course during the pandemic there was we were doing recordings for Hollywood and gaming and things like that remotely. We were not in a studio. So just to give you an idea, we did an experiment I'm just going to play this file for you really quick, and I'll set this up. This is actually a file of a marching band show for distribution and sale, but let's just play this real quick and see. So the flugelhorn is me and the trumpets are me, but this was recorded on CleanFeed. That wasn't, but... tracks that were sent to us, but the flutes and the brass were all done just CleanFeed. We recorded in CleanFeed and sent the WAV files to Hollywood. This is for a video game. So
Thank you.
that's possible to do on QueenFeed. I mean, you can do tracking, audio people, IT people. It really allows people to record very high quality WAV files from home.
David, thank you so much.
Sure.
That was brilliant. Thank you.
Yep.